How did you find that out there then?
Yeah, it was good. It was an enjoyable run out. Nice to get 60 minutes into my legs and to honour a fantastic servant to the club. It was a good night.
You just came into the club obviously, but Rory's been here for a long time and he's a legend in this club. What have you made of him in the short time you've got to know him?
Really good guy. He's made me feel really welcome, and I think tonight shows he's he's a really good character, and it was a massive turnout, and I think that that's testament to him of how much he's appreciated here at the club. And he's like I said, he's been really good with me, and I've only known him a couple of weeks, but yeah, he's a great guy.
And you've got a new manager, of course, as well, Stuart Kettlewell. How are you finding working under him? What's he like as a manager?
Really enjoyable. I think he's a manager who's definitely going to improve me as a player, and he's very specific on what he wants from the team, which I like. And there's a lot of detail in this. Good information for me being a young player. So some stuff that I can take with me for the rest of my career. I'm really enjoying working under him, and I think he's going to improve us as a team, bring us together, and have us playing some really good football.
Marcus, you had a couple of little half chances tonight, didn't manage to take them. Is it just missing that sharpness in front of the goal with pre-season?
I think, for me as a striker in this moment, it's nice to be getting the chances. As long as I'm getting in the right positions, keep getting in the right positions, the goals will come. It'll be good to pick up some habits early on, ready for the season to start. But it wasn't meant to be tonight. They'll come eventually though.
When did you learn of the interest of Kilmarnock, and did you have any other options on the table?
So it would have been probably a week before I joined the club. I had a couple of options back in England, and then this one, when the manager joined, not long after he joined, found out that there was interest, and I think the opportunity to come and play in the Scottish Premier League was probably something that I thought would take me out of my comfort zone, rather than staying in England, and I really wanted to test myself up here, and I think after having the conversations with the manager, it sold it to me.
Was the idea of something different and a new challenge quite important to you for your next club?
Yeah, definitely. I've been on a lot of loans since I was 18, really, when I joined Salford, and I think finding a home for this season where I know I can test myself and be at the highest level possible still was all part of it. So yeah.
You see, for a young man, you have had quite a few loans. Have they been helpful to you, or do you feel you've been on kind of too many, or do you take something from each experience?
I think you have to take something from each experience. I think if you look at my loans, I've started in 3 leagues below League Two, and then my final one last season was in League Two. So eventually, gradually I've sort of gone up the English leagues, and I think, of course, not every single loan is going to be perfect. I had some really good ones and some maybe not so good ones, but I think that's all it's all part of experience, and it's is what rounded me into the player I am today, and it's given me a lot to take on board with me for the future.
You kind of hoping to put down roots now, though? You're hoping to kind of settle, hopefully, and come out?
Yeah, I think if I can I played a lot of football now. I'm 22 and I've played well over 100 games, and I think it's putting that on display and showing what like I said, maybe a young player, but I feel like I can offer some sort of experience from what I've learned, and I think coming here to Kilmarnock, it's a great platform for me and a great opportunity for me to help the club and push on this season.
Have you had friends in the game who have played up here that you tapped into to ask about their thoughts on it?
Yeah, a couple. Obviously Corey and Dabba was at Salford. I was young when he was there, so I was in and around the first team. And then I played with a couple of lads who played in Scotland. Obviously Andy Dallas was here last year. Callum Hendry was here when he was at Salford with me a couple of years back. So I know a decent bit about the league. A few players that have been in the league, and I think like I said, I knew it was a good opportunity for me up here.
I trust Corey was lavishing his praise of this place.
Yeah, 100%. From the first day, he made me feel really welcome. And he's a great character to have in the building. He's a great guy as well.
What do you hope to bring? What can you say to the fans you hope to bring to Kilmarnock this season?
Hard work. I'll run tirelessly for the team. I'll look to take the ball in, link play, run the channels, and obviously most of all try to hit the back of the net. And that's what, if I can do that, I think it'll be a good spell at the club.
Did you know much about Scottish football yourself, or the Scottish Premiership? Have you done your homework? Have you looked at games and figured out this could be the place for me to be my best?
Yeah, I've done a decent bit. I think I'd be lying if I said I'm an expert, but I know enough to know that, like I said, it's a good league, it's a competitive league, and it's I feel like it's the right next step for me. And I think it was more when I spoke to the manager. I think regardless of where he might have been. I think it was someone I wanted to work with, and that was probably the biggest deal breaker for me.